What is up, MS Gymmers? How you guys doing? Welcome to today. My name is Trevor and I am the creator of the MS Gym. If you're brand new to the MS Gym, I just want to welcome you. This is where you learn how to move better, how to exercise, and to train your body to work around your MS damage using the power of movement training, baby. So this week is a little bit different. Like I said, if you were tuned in yesterday, we're going to do a bunch of kind of one-off little mini lessons this week. As we're kind of preparing and gearing up for some bigger movement series that are coming up. So yesterday we talked a lot about foam rolling because people had posted questions about foam rolling in our masterclass question and answer, and so I wanted to cover that. So today I'm doing a new type of video, which is called MS on the go, because what happens is that like when you guys start moving more and trying to get out more and doing more with your life, you're kind of out and about doing your thing, and then it's like, uh-oh, like I got some kind of weird symptom going on, and people are always like, well, you know, I was walking at the mall and then I couldn't move my leg, or I was, you know, doing this and this and I couldn't move my hand, or then my neck started hurting or whatever. So as you guys know, I am not into get fixed quick plans at all, okay? But these are called on the goes, right? So these only work well if, and lasting, let's say that. These only work well and stay working well and stay lasting if you do these in conjunction with your other core training programs. So the series that we're doing, the circuits that we do, and especially if you're doing the membership program where you have a daily video every day that you just press play and go to, and you're using that with the companion guide. These are quick things to do on the go to help you stay mobile and stay active. Okay, so we're going to talk about the knee today. So let's look at the knee real quick, all right? So when we look at the knee, I want you to look at this diagram right here. You can see these muscles crossing. You got your biceps femoris muscle, you got your semimembranosus tendinosus, you got your calf muscle on the back side, and then on the front side, you got this vastus medialis, okay? And then, on the back side, I forgot one. So you got your calf muscles, your hamstring muscles, and then you got this weird little popliteus muscle right here, okay? Which we're going to talk about. So this outside hamstring, outside calf, and outside popliteus can really cause a lot of problems if they get overworked, or can go into spasticity, which can often happen as you try to start use your legs more. Okay. Now the other muscle on the front is going to be your vastus medialis. This one gets super duper tight on MSers. You can see it runs a diagonal fiber line going this way, where these popliteus muscles run a diagonal fiber line going this way from lateral to medial. This is going from lateral to medial there, so those are cousins. And then you got your hamstring outside and hamstring inside, which run diagonally from basically a little bit medial to lateral and lateral to medial on the gastroc. So you got this V shape here, and then you got this crisscross on the back side to the front side that can cause a lot of problems. So we got to get those things loose, and we got to get those things chillaxed, okay? Because if they're not chillaxed, which is a combination between chilled out and relaxed, chillax, whoever came up with that name, that word is fantastic. So creator of chillax, way to go. So let's go over these releases. So these are really helpful when you are out and about and you're walking and you're cruising, or you're on your trekking poles, or you're doing stuff with your family and you're using your legs more and your body starts to like freak out a little bit, because that will happen. You'll get random spasticities, you'll get random tightness, you'll get random weakness, and it's not because you're getting worse or you're having a flare up or anything weird like that. It's just that your body's trying to readjust, figure out what's going on, and there's always this tug of war of you versus MS, your new patterns, your MS gym patterns versus your MS patterns. So there's always this scale that you're kind of playing with here, okay? So if you're out and about and things go awry, this is what you do, okay? Let me move this wheelie walker out of the way. So we're going to do this in the chair. Now, I personally would create a go bag for your MS. As an MSer, I would create a go bag. So get a little backpack that you have things like this and this in, okay? Along with some water, or maybe some supplements that you take, or your medications, or whatever it might be. You need to create a go bag. And there's some really cool like shoulder bags for guys. Ladies, I guess you could use your purse. I don't know if you can fit this in your purse. But even like a little backpack that you wear would be good, because if you're using trekking poles or a walker, you don't want to have a purse swinging around your body you need to have a backpack on so you can stop and flip and your hands remain free, okay? So in my go bag, if I was to create one, I would have a rolling pin, I would have a lacrosse ball, probably have a bottle of water, and then I would have some kind of snack, and then medications or supplements, okay? It just helps you out because you never know when your body's going to kind of go a little freako, all right? So let's talk about the front of the leg first. Vastus Medialis is that muscle we showed you right here. So you can either use your ball, your rolling pin, or your fist, and you're going to get right in. So if your knee starts being really spastic out this way, or you start to get knee pain, okay, because that's common too. You start to get knee pain where something just feels achy and tight. This is a good series to do. All right. So number one, Vastus Medialis. It kind of teardrops up like this. So we're going to go right through the middle right here. So right down the middle of those muscle fibers. Just getting up in there, getting up in that party. Now you can do this on both legs. I'm just going to show you on one leg today. So let's say this knee was kind of freaking out a little bit. So you're going to get into that Vastus Medialis. So you can use your fist to get in there. Because what we're doing, and like I've said, like knee problems oftentimes are not knee problems, okay? They stem from a lack of ankle mobility and a lack of hip control and strength. Now those are what your at-home core programs or MS Gym circuits are for, is to retrain these bad boys, your ankle and your hip, to work better, to take pressure off your knee. But for immediate symptom flare-up and immediate restriction and limitations, you ain't going to drop down on the floor in the middle of a mall and start doing some leg raises, okay? People are going to be like, are you okay? So don't do that, right? So this is just to keep you mobile and moving. It's not going to fix the problem because the problem typically resides in the hip and the ankle, but this is going to give you some symptom relief, right? It's kind of like if you have a headache, typically it's caused by misalignment of or imbalances in your neck, but you take a pain reliever so that you can actually get through your day. So these are just like movement meds. It's the same thing. So after we get done with the Vastus Medialis, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the lateral side of your leg, okay? So we're going to get the lateral calf muscle right here. So we're going to be back this way. Let me move my chair, okay? So we're right here. So there's my leg, lateral calf. You're right there, and you're getting up in that, okay? Because this muscle, this calf, comes up and crosses the knee. So when it gets tight, it forces the knee to the inside. It can cause knee kissing and all that kind of funness, okay? So I like to use my knuckles when I do this on this calf, is just go through and release through here, okay? I feel like you can get pretty deep. Those knuckles are pretty darn hard. So you can get in there and you can kind of adjust your resistance and your tension, okay? Oh, yeah. So good. So get right up in there. And you might do this for 45 seconds to 60 seconds while you're just kind of hanging out. You know, if you are out for the day and you guys stop for lunch or you stop for coffee or tea or whatever it is, just sit there while you're talking to someone and just kind of rub on that leg. Rub on that leg. Do your thing, okay? All right, so now the third muscle is going to be your biceps femoris, which is that lateral hamstring, okay? So here's the tendon of the hamstring right here, and it spreads, boom, all the way up that side. So typically the muscle belly a little higher up is where that tension spot's going to be. So it's a little bit higher up here. It's not down by the knee, but the tension is in the muscle belly itself. Now you can do this and you can use your hands, or if you have a hard enough chair, then you can actually sit and put a ball underneath that leg this way, and you can kind of sit here. So you can kind of just be chilling, post up, strike a pose. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm just, rolling my biceps femoris. Okay. Okay, so like you put the ball underneath, so you put the ball underneath here, and then you would roll to the side, and you're going to get that lateral hamstring. So it's actually kind of under my leg, but to the side. So you can do that with the ball, or you can do it with your hands getting right underneath. Okay? So that's a good one to do. You just sit there. I mean, you can even sit here and just do it with one hand, and you kind of go back and forth, up and down, all that kind of happy time. Right? Now, before we do the Popliteus, we're going to stretch. Okay? So let's say we got this knee relaxed, chilled out, whatever. We want to stretch. So what we're going to do, we're going to do that side hip flexor stretch. Okay? So if you have pants on and you need to grab your leg. Just kind of put your foot back. You sit on the edge of your chair, Or you can drop your leg off the side of your chair, sit up front, and then you're going to lean back. You're going to squeeze this tush, pull those abs in, and then you're going to stretch out that leg. So you can kind of just be hanging out, doing your thing, stretching your leg, okay? Again, if you feel this throughout your day, stop and do this. If you feel this during your workout, that knee going a little spasmo down here, stop and do this. It's pretty quick, okay? So we're just going to stretch this leg out right here, okay? So you squeeze that butt, pull in those abs, you should feel that stretch, okay? Then the hamstring stretch, because we want to stretch these out, is pretty easy. You just get that leg out, prevent it from going into extensor spasticity. Just keep a slight knee bend, and it's an easy just lean forward. So you put that foot forward, and then you just lean, and you just hang out, okay? So this foot's planted, and you just come forward and you lean, and you can do that, hold that for 30 to 45 seconds, or you can kind of come in and out of your stretches, okay? So you can kind of come into that stretch, come out of it, okay? Come into that stretch, and then come out of it. So that'll stretch your quad, and that'll stretch out your hamstring, okay? And your calf, actually. If you keep that leg pretty straight and you go down, you will feel it. Okie doke? Okay. Now, here's the difficult one, okay? So, when we look at the popliteus, okay, it runs from the diagonal outside, actually let me scoot up, the diagonal portion of your outside leg down to the medial inside leg. So it starts up here, so this is the outside of my foot, so it starts right here, and then it goes diagonally down that way, okay, like this. Now, you can do this, you can release this thing standing up, so I can feel mine. Mine's a mess right now because I haven't done anything on it today yet. So I start up right by that fibular head up here, and we start with the thumb, and we get right up in there, and we work diagonally down the calf to get that popliteus to release. So diagonally down the calf to get that popliteus to release. Okay? So you can do it standing, but I like to do it either sitting or kneeling. Okay? But when you're sitting at a restaurant, you're gonna have to, or a coffee shop, you're gonna have to reach behind you, and you're gonna have to get into that leg. So you can either go over the top, or you can go underneath. And so you're gonna hit up right here where you have lateral. So your lateral gastroc comes there. Your popliteus goes to the backside. So it goes peroneal, lateral gastroc, popliteus. Peroneal, lateral gastroc, popliteus. It's a little bit more to the inside. So you're going to have to get behind that knee and just chill that thing out. And I mean, you can use fists. You'll feel it on the backside of your leg. So I'm going to turn this way a little bit so you can see. So I'm going right down the diagonal here. Okay? So right down that diagonal right there. And you'll feel that thing flared up like crazy. This muscle itself is one of the major muscles that gets spazzed out after like an ACL surgery, where people have knee surgery. It completely goes into spasm, and people are like, why do I still have knee pain after my knee surgery? Well, it's because your body's freaking out, and nobody actually taught them how to actually release their leg after they had surgery. So you go right down the middle, okay? So right down the middle. Now there's another way you can do this as well, where you actually put your leg in a chair. So you go, I'm going to have to step over the top, but you would do it different. So you would go this way, and then you would reach behind you, okay? You would reach behind you and get into that leg here. So you're finding that spot. This is super nice and relaxed. And you kind of get your thumb like this, and you just get right up in that popliteus. Oh, yeah. So right through there. So you rub that back side of that calf in a diagonal from lateral over to medial, or from outside to inside. And I actually like to use my fist and do this, so we get that popliteus chillaxed, okay? Ooh, that's nice. Oh, okay? All right, cool. Now, good job. Now, another thing you can do too, if you can, is with your leg, is just kind of try to move your foot a little bit, because once these are tight, once this popliteus is released, you can try to start pulling your foot back just a little bit. Even if you can't get a ton of dorsiflexion, just thinking about pulling that foot back and just visualizing and thinking about it will actually start to relieve tension in your plantar flexors, which will actually help start to relieve and alleviate pain going on around your knee. Okay? All right, so that's your on the go bag, baby. So you want to get your ball, you want to get your jam, your rolling pin, because you can use that as well and get in there. So you can get in this way, you can get down on your calf, You could probably get into that popliteus going diagonal. You can definitely get into your hamstring. So I like these rolling pins as well, okay? So that's it. So we want to release the vastus medialis, release lateral calf, release lateral hamstring, release popliteus, and then we want to stretch those bad boys out, okay? So this will keep you mobile, this will keep you going, this will keep you active when you're out on the go, okay? So if you like that video, you like this video, hit like. If you comment, comments away. Maybe give me other comments in there on like quick fixes, okay? Or not quick fixes, but on the goes. So if you have any ideas, be like, you know what, I'm feeling good in my program, but I still get this random hand pain, neck pain, hip pain, MS hug stuff, whatever it might be, in the comment section in here. Just give me some ideas what I can do in the future. I'm not going to respond back to everyone today, but I'll mark this post so that when I have like, hey, I need a video for today, I'll go back into these posts where we're actually doing the MS on the go, and I will look for more topics. Okay, so that would totally help me out. I want to serve you guys. Let me know what you want to know about. Bam, we create an exercise. Okay, just throw them at me, baby. I'm just going to keep knocking them out because we're an MS ninja. That's how we roll. So you guys are awesome. I love you, and I'll talk to you later.